Let's go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good whatever, wherever you find yourself. Welcome to another episode of IoT Tuesday with yours truly, Samuel Ladrani. We do this every Tuesday. Sorry for the late start today. Technically, I'm supposed scheduled to start at 8 p.m. GMT and, in different time zones. But I was in a meeting today that extended to the time to start the stream, so I had to push it back. Apologies. In today's episode, we will be taking a look at this nifty guy called the MXChip IoT Dev Kit. Support Microsoft Azure. We'll be talking about that today. I'm trying to do a part series. Yeah, welcome, Elik Gleam. We're going to do a part series on this. So today we're going to get started. So if this sounds like something you want to do, stick and stay with me. When we come back, we'll just delve right into it. Welcome to you all. Awesome. Eric Blim, are you struggling with sound? Because you're saying sound and you're crying. What's the challenge with the sound? Arnold, if you are on, or any other person, if you're on, if the sound is a challenge, kindly let me know so I can adjust it. But seems sound check. If the sound is okay, just give me a thumbs up or something like that. Let's see. Let's see how that pans out. So just so I'm okay, it's fine over here. Okay, yeah. So I know that's fine. Eddie, are you sure you have some really good internet? It looks like the connection most times is wow. Anyway, all right. So thank you guys for making a time with us. Today for the next hour, like I mentioned, we will try to set up this nifty thing here, the MXChip chip. Some of you have already taken a few things, just a few things I want to share about this. So there is a roadshow plan for the MX Dev Kit for some schools, universities to be precise, to learn how to use them, connect to the cloud, build your stuff. We're going to delve into the kit itself, but I just want to, bring to your attention that there'll be a road tour of that, and there's going to be another an in-person meetup to share more light on it. We have a bunch of these kits available. Big thanks to the guys at Microsoft Azure IoT. Stefan, thank you so much for making this happen. So yeah, we'll be doing a road tour to sharing and teaching you how to use this dev kit as well. So today, that's what we'll be taking a look at, splitting it. But but one of the things that I wanted to share was in setting it up, I will need to share something with you guys, which and that's like something I was trying to check if for some reason my my machine is not playing nice at all. It's not playing nice at all. So actually, talk of nice, I'm going to try something else with this. Yeah, I'm going to use this one instead because I'm trying to get how do you call it? I'm trying to get the I'm trying to get my iPad to work because we will need it in the setup. So in the meantime, let me just do this. If this will not work out the way I want it to, I'm going to change it. Guys, give me a sec to change this. It's just a way to get this. So I'm going to use a CAM link, and so I'm going to let me walk you through what I'm coming to do. So I'm coming to use a CAM link, which is going to convert the link from the iPad into the stream to this. So I have an HDMI cable that is going to go into the CAM link this way, right? And then this is going to go as an input and then this will come from this HDMI to iPhone. So the iPhone is going to see this as my PC is going to see it as another webcam, right? So let's do this. Let's get this. Okay, since this is connected to, I'm going to try to connect it here. I know you won't see it, but okay, there we go. Okay, so I can hear it's connected. So now let me bring the iPad here. Okay, so yeah, it's connected. Now the thing is, don't worry, this is another way I'm trying to get access to it. If this doesn't come up, oh yeah, there you go, it's here. Woo, it's working, it's working. So now if I go to my desk, you can see that this is my iPad. My iPad is right here. So input is comlink. Okay, there we go. This looks fine. I just need to make it preview 1060. That's fine. All right. Okay, so I'm going to minimize this. And now what I'm going to do is, sorry guys, I'm going to go to presenter mode. You might not see anything yet. You're probably seeing the comlink thing, but I'm going to change this to, it should show me comlink. There you go. Yay! And just like that, we have our iPad working. All right, awesome. So this is sweet. Okay, so we can, now that I have the presenter mode working, we can get into today's session. All right, so let's jump into it. So today we're going to be talking about MXChip, this one. We're going to go through it, like bare bones, strip it out and start to work with it. But before we get into it, I want us to understand the device we will be using. So let me bring up here, let's talk a little about this. So this has been in the system for some time now. They've done some modifications. I mean, not modification, they've done some improvement to it. You can see the constituents of it, or the makeup of it. There's an onboard microphone. The reason why it's a dev kit is that it has a lot of sensors. Like, there are a lot of sensors that you can use, and this is very interesting. I think now for some reason my how do you call it, the my mobile view has decided to come. It's just that it doesn't is not set up to do live. Anyway, we'll talk about that later on, but let's stick to it. So it's a dev kit because it has onboard sensors that you would conventionally need to purchase separate sensors to access, right? So as you can see, there's an onboard microphone. It has space for the headphones. It has an infrared receiver, so you can actually transceiver, sorry. So you can actually program it to send infrared signals to your devices that use infrared. Micro USB. It has a power, supports 3.3 volts. Sorry, your reset button. There's a link LED. Then there's an audio codec, so you can play music. You have your OLED, is 128 by 64 pixels. The user key, which you can program to do something else. User key B, which we'll use to program it and set it up. Then it has the indication for when it's connected to Wi-Fi, when it's connected to Azure. You have a user LED you can pre-program, and it has an RGB LED which you can also program to show different colors. Then it has a security integrated circuit on it. It has a motion sensor. It's got a magnetometer. It's got a pressure sensor. It's got a temperature and humidity sensor. So in this small form factor, it has a lot of sensors that you can use to prototype or build. It could be a home monitoring platform. You can just put this in a small enclosure, keep it in your house, record the temperature, humidity in your home. You can put it in devices because of the magnetometer and the motion sensor. You can put it in devices or build your own tracking devices as well. So as you can see, it's packed with a lot of stuff. And another thing I also want to share is about the dimensions. Just to give you perspective of the dimension, right? So it's about 5 by 8, centimeters. Not too bulky, quite simple. Let's go to the bench and the desk. Sorry, I know this side seems a little messy because of my iPad and stuff like that. But then I want to open this up. So I want to do the review. Let me just put this here for the meantime. There we go. All right, so it's quite simple. When we open it up, this is what you find inside. There is a very nifty. It's like a protection thing, and then we have the there is yeah, there's a thing for you to scan to get started. It's just the same thing showing you, the various components of it right there. And in here, I believe there's a USB. So this is the board itself. It's in the anti-static bag right here. And then down here is your USB cable, and then some rubber feet, that you can put behind it to prevent it slipping and stacking. So, and then silica, very be careful of this when you have kids around. So ideally, so this is all you have in a box. You have a USB cable to which you have the board itself, and then some kind of a manual. So these are the three things we have in there. I hope you can see. Let me take you. Let me just give you the workbench only. And then let's do the workbench so you can see it. You can see it properly. So this is just what's inside. So we're going to go ahead and start to set it up, and I'll share the resources on what to do. Okay, so it says that I'm also unboxing here. yes. So for those who, I think when we started earlier this year, we mentioned that I was going to do a giveaway to someone who follows us keenly, and Ellie Plim actually been following us, has been participating, interacting with us on all the streams. So I think somewhere last Saturday, he got his he got his MXChip. He got a brand new one. He got his t-shirt. He got the stickers. He got all that. So I'm sure it's easy for you to follow along, and it's the same thing. From time to time, we'll be doing some of these giveaways. All you need to do is just make sure you join us on Tuesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. Just join the stream, participate when we ask questions, and we'll get one. We'll send one to you wherever you are. Oh, it's unfortunate. My chat blocks a lot of the other emojis. So SLO slot 3000. I can't really read what you're saying because I can't see the emojis. But yeah, Claim, thanks so much. So let's get into it. Hey, Sander. Thank you. Yes. Good to see this event still a valid starting point for exploring. And yes, for those who don't know, Sander is also an Azure, Microsoft MVP on IoT. Big man. He's one of my big people I look up to. Sander, I know you have to be on the show because Sander has a lot to share when it comes to especially IoT Explorer. He has some tutorials even on this MX chip, and our friend from .NET Nano, Jose as well. So yes, I'll be bringing Sander on the show, so he's going to talk about all the things he's been doing with the MX chip as well. Today we're taking just a low level introduction to. So Sander, I know I just have to pin it on the calendar and pull you in on the show. So it's good to see you. It's good to see you, Sander. So yes, again, just to say that if you're close to any of the universities, be watching out for an ad, because we're going to do a roadshow, a hands-on session with the MX chip. You get to participate on hands-on with the using it. And Sanda, I think, yeah, we can still use we can use Data Explorer as well, because yeah, we'll talk more and see what we can put together and share with them. So be on the lookout for the session and for the hands-on when it comes around, your school or your user group, and be watching the space. We share when that would be happening. So to get this running, there's just a few things for us to do. Let's go to the I'll split to the workbench. I put myself down here, but I think my all right. So this is why I said I'm going to need. So let me get this done, and then I will go ahead and put it in presenter mode. When am I coming to Ghana Telecom again? Good question. Arnold should answer that question. We'll be coming soon. I know we're planning something for Ghana Telecom University. We're planning something for University of Ghana, Ashasi, and Academic City. So yes. So just be on the lookout for it. I'll probably post it here or on one of our other streams as well. So yeah. All right. So quick to set it up is quite straightforward. I'm going to switch to the presenter mode so that I can share this with you guys. So basically, like I mentioned, so this, and just to show you, because I want us to go through this step by step, I'm literally unboxing this like brand new one, which I haven't touched, I haven't used. So as you can see, there we go with a chip. It comes to the USB. So we're going to start to use it, and first and foremost, we can update the firmware, right? We can update the firmware when you get it. Now, when you connect it to your computer at first, you're going to see it as a drive, as like a storage drive, and then we can run the update. Let's do this. Let me share this here, and let's go to the desktop. There we go. So let me pull up the firmware update, and I will share this with you. They should go and download the latest firmware. I think I already have it downloaded. Yeah, 2. So I think I already have that. That's fine. So there's also, let's see. Now, before we get into it, I'd also, like I said, I'll share some resources on, some of the things you can do with it, including let's say a project catalog link as well. So when you go there, you see the get started, connected to IoT Hub, and Sanda, correct me if I'm wrong, if you're still on. Have you tried connecting it to the new event grid via MQTT? I know we could do that with IoT Hub. I've done this before with IoT Hub in the past, but with all the new stuff happening in event grid, have you tried connecting it to event grid via the MQTT? That'd be something that we'll probably have to explore. So these are, and the other cool thing is that it also runs on Azure RTOS, real-time operating system. You can also run the .NET Nano framework on it via C#. That I know works. I believe Python also works on it. So there's you have a whole scope of languages and platforms you can use. So today, I'm just going to show you how to set it up, for the very first time. And then I would walk you through setting up our Visual Studio Code environment ready to actually build or develop on it. I think some time ago I saw a simulator for it. I have to look for it again, but if I do, I'll share that with you, and then you can actually, yeah, and Sapphire, yes, yes, thank you, Arnold. And then the Sapphire RTOS as well, Sapphire project also it runs on it. Actually, Benjamin Cabe did actually deployed TinyML, yes, deployed TinyML on this same MXChip chip. So it's a very interesting dev kit to have. It allows you to try and work out a lot of things if you get your hands on this dev kit. So let's see. We still, like I said, we have a lot. I couldn't make it to MVP Summit this year, but I know that if I went to Summit and reached out to Stefan, that was going to give me another like a whole box of it to carry. But so Stefan, I'm going to reach out to you once we start the for restocking. So yeah, these are just a few things that you can do with it, and all the API reference and all that are also here for you to see firmware upgrading, all that. So we're going to go with a get started. Like I said, I'm going to walk you through this process. So if you look at the get started, there's references on how, if you want to build it, right? If this is connected to IoT Hub using, but we're not going to go this route. I'm going to show you the very simple route to go with it. And then we'll take it from there. Now, like I said, when you connect it, it's going to show as a storage device, right? And realize that I went to the upgrade. For the upgrade, it's just a matter of downloading and then dragging it onto it when it starts. So let me go to the download. Let me be sure that I have, yeah, it's the same thing. 2.00 is the same firmware. So let's go ahead and do this. Where is it? So just taking the USB cable that came with it, and don't forget to drop in your questions as we move on. We'll try as much as possible to answer them. So I'm just connecting it here, and then where is my cable? Where is that? Let's bring it. There you go. Yeah. So primarily all I'm doing is just connecting it to my USB. All right. And look at this. So when I connected it, you can see it shows up here. It shows up here as AZ3166, right? If you look also in this PCs, you can see this is it. So running the firmware update, now let me quickly show you something. Let me take you to the bench and show you something. I'll try to pick it up. Now, the moment I connected it to power, this is what you can see. It says what? No, sorry guys, so it says no Wi-Fi entering AP mode. Actually, I think that my main camera would do a better job than that one. That's why I like this camera. So you can see. So this one says there you go. No Wi-Fi entering AP mode. Enter AP mode to control. All right. Now, so even before you can choose to, I can choose to update the firmware before I do anything, right? Or I can choose to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do the firmware update. All right. I'm just going to do the firmware update. So let's actually do the firmware update, right? And go here. So like I said, let's go back to the desktop. So as you can see, it's going to be as simple as, I'm going to put this here, and download. I have it here. Where is that? Yeah, there you go, right? So it's as simple as just dragging this and put it inside here. And that's it. Let me go to the main. Now watch this. Whilst it's being copied, this is what's happening. It's just blinking, and when it's done, it would reboot. So yeah, it's rebooting. Yeah, it's just rebooting because it's so right now the firmware, and there you go. Take a look at this. Oh, sorry, I turned it around. There you go. It says IoT Dev Kit, initializing Wi-Fi. Yeah, so I'll just leave it a while for it to complete. I'll just leave it a while to complete its running. Okay. Hey, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, awesome. Okay, so whilst that's happening, yeah, we can take any questions that makes it come in. Not yet. All right. So I think it's still running the update. So once it's done with the update, the next thing is for us to put it into the access point mode and then connect it to our Wi-Fi. That is how it will be able to send data, or that's how we'll be able to connect it to the internet, right? And then we can see how to play around with it. Now, by default, it has its own applications and stuff in it that we can try a demo application that sends data to the cloud, leveraging the Wi-Fi settings. So are there extensions for the edge? Are there extensions for the edge connectors on the board? Good question, Arnold. I know there are what they call adapters. Actually, let me close this now. Since we are done with this, let me close it and let's just hit a reset. Yeah, so I know that there is it's like an adapter or like a shield that you can put it in, and then it exposes the pins to you. Yeah, that you can use, right? Okay, so initializing. So here we have it in this mode now. So I'm going to go ahead and try to put it into the access point mode. Now to put it in the access point mode, this is what you're going to do. You're going to press the B button, right? So you're going to press and hold the B button, and then you press and release the reset. And then you see, and so now that tells you that it goes, so it's in the access point mode and 192.168.0.1. So now it's in access point mode. So what I need to do is that is the name of the SS the Wi-Fi network it creates. So I can go ahead, connect to this network, and then set the password for the Wi-Fi I want this thing to have. Then it can start to send data. So let's go ahead and do that. And that is where I'm going to use so that's why I'm going to use Mark for. So let's go to our presenter mode so that I can show you this. So hopefully you can still see this. So we are going to use Chrome, and we're going to go to, first of all, let's go ahead and connect to the Wi-Fi. So it's going to create an access point. Let's go to the Wi-Fi settings. So there you go. You can see it here, AZC9 right here. So I'll select this, and then it would connect. There you go. So now it's connected to the device in the access point mode. So once that is done, now I can go here and go to 192 dot 168.0.1. So now that should open, and so you can see that now it's opened up this portal for me, and here I can just continue, keep trying Wi-Fi. So now I can go ahead and select these are all Wi-Fi, how do you call it, this is all like wireless or Wi-Fi around me. Oh, sorry, Clean. Hotspot to your phones. So here, I'm going to pick one of these connections, all right? And then I'll provide the password, and then we'll just configure the device. So for the sakes of my safety and security, I'm just going to go of this and enter the password, and then we'll continue. So this is, I'm fond of I'm fond of talking out when I'm connecting. Typing my password. Okay, go. Okay, so it's configured. It's rebooting. And once that is done, so it's now rebooting, and there you go. It's connected. So now let me share this with you. So as you can see, don't fall. So as you can see now, it's connected, and it's saying the current is the current firmware version, as you can see, is 2.0. And then if I keep pressing button B, so if I keep, I'm trying to avoid, okay, let me do this way. So I avoid. So if I keep pressing this button, you can see that now it's showing me the temperature as 81.14 in Fahrenheit, and then 27.5. Humidity is about 67. The pressure is about 7, is, and then, yeah, so pretty much. So now this is connected to the Wi-Fi. It is connected to, yeah, and there you go. So if you look closely, I'm going to peel off the screen, the protective cover of the screen, and then if you look closely to if you look at the light, you can see Wi-Fi is green, Azure is not yet, and the user light is blinking, right? So if I press this button again, temperature, humidity, pressure, and then you see the magnetometer. So as I move it, it's actually changing, and then the gyroscope as well, and then the accelerometer, and then this is the environment, right? So now, first part of our demo is done, where we've been able to successfully connect it to our Wi-Fi. Now, the next part is to set up our environment, right? And based off of which we will be able to program, interact with the code on it, write, update it, send it to Azure IoT, and probably even try to do stuff with it, probably like MQTT, event grade, and stuff like that. So far, following everybody, you're following so far. Nothing crazy, nothing complicated. Press the B button, keep your hand on the B button, press the reset button, still hold the B. Once it moves access point mode, connect any device. It could be an iPad, it could be your phone. Connect it and have it in that mode. And it's going to be in this mode. It's just going to be in this mode. Now, at the moment, it's just collecting the data. It's not sending it anywhere. Even though there is Wi-Fi connection, it's just connecting the data and just keeping it on this thing, right? So the next thing we're going to do now is to try and, hey Tash, thanks for joining the stream. We're live on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on YouTube. We're learning how to connect this pretty cool kit, and so far we've been able to connect it. Actually, let me get the cable out a bit more here. Yeah, so that those on, so I can share with you. So we're just able to set it up, and now we can literally see the temperature and the humidity and other stuff coming in through the sensor. So that's what we're doing for those that are watching us on Instagram. Yep. All right, and I'll say is what happens if you press the A button? Well, we are a curious bunch on this channel, so let's go ahead. Let me show it to you, and let's press the A and let's see what happens. Oh, interesting. It says what? Who said? What's that? Co, cogito ego sum. Who said it? Interesting. Okay, so I know that's what you have when you press it. When you press the A button, that is what happens. If you're curious to know, let me press the B again and press the A again. Yeah, so it's probably yeah, so it's kind of like pre-programmed, but yeah, yeah, well, yeah, that's it. There's something else, some IP. No. So this is, yeah. So okay. So this is the person who said this is the IP address of the person who said that. Interesting. All right. So that is that is for that. So now let's go to the next part of the session where we're going to set up our development environment for it. So far are we okay? But before then I just to okay, let's set it up and then uh if means who said the Latin phrase I think therefore I am. Oh, interesting. That's the meaning of it. Oh, it means who said the Latin phrase I think therefore I am. I think therefore I am. I'm curious. I'm curious to see why. I mean, why would a person say that? I think therefore I am. 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 Well, interesting. Um, let's see if we can give those who are on. Let's connect this. Where are we? Great. So let's bring it back. Okay, we're connected. Great. So all right. So let's go ahead and set up. Um. So let's go. All right. So if you're watching us, if you are a Morse code on IoT, Morse code on IoT, I know, right? Okay, so if you're watching us on Instagram, yeah, you actually have a direct feed of what I'm doing and how I'm streaming. So this is just to give you an insight on how I do that. Greetings, yes, my brother is on the show, Brahima. Thanks for joining us all the way from the US. Hopefully, you're finding this interesting. Greetings to you as well. I hope the kids are watching because they learn a lot of things from this. Okay, so what are you saying? What is Arnold saying? Okay, so I just wanted to give you guys a glimpse of what just the setup and what I do as I'm doing it. So let's go ahead, and this you can see from here. Let me just go to the desk. So this is the I'll share this as well as part of the resources. So the configuration mode as you have it. This is the API reference which we can use whether we want to connect to the different things, WebSocket client. So this is going to come in handy. I'm going to share this. We are watching you live. Thank you so much, Brian. Awesome. If you have any questions, do well to share it. Just ask it in the chat, and I'll answer that for you. So I'll share this. Greetings from you Yate. We hear you. Oh, thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. I appreciate it a lot, brother. Thanks for joining. So we are going to set up our Visual Studio Code just to make sure that we can program it directly. And then, like I said, it's going to be a part series. Today's is just to set it up, check it out. And then in next episode, we'll see how to interact with the code and probably change the code a bit and see how, and maybe in subsequent episode, we'll see how we can connect it to Azure, whether it is through IoT Hub or whether we are going to explore the event grid setup as well. All right. After the program, please give me a call. Sure, Brian, I'll do that. I'll call you right after the program. All right, awesome. Okay, so yeah, we're going to move back to me so that we can get this running for the moment. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm going to set it up. So to set this up, we're going to need a few things, right? To set it, we're going to need a few things to, set up our environment. And that's what I mean. We're going to have a few things. So first of all, we need to make sure that we have the Arduino IDE. If you don't have the Arduino IDE, you can go to, okay. You can go to arduino.cc. And at arduino.cc, you can go and download the latest version of Arduino. So you can go to the software, and then you can download, the latest version, IDE 2.32, right? So you need to make sure that you have the Arduino IDE. And then also, I have an issue. I use Linux, but the requirements say I need Mac or Windows. Yes, when you say you use Linux, is it the Linux as Windows subsystem for Linux, or are you using a direct Linux build? It shouldn't matter though if you technically ask me, because in setting it up is the same thing. You put it in the mode, connecting to setting it up. Okay, using a Bluetooth, yeah, it still works. Yeah, I think Arnold, confirm, it still works. So it doesn't really matter. Like I'm saying. um the thing is when you're setting it up, right? For instance, Arduino IDE works on Linux, right? And Visual Studio Code is cross platform, so you should still be able to do it, right? So don't stress about that. So you need this, and also you need to make sure that you have Visual Studio Code, right? These two things, because we're going to set it up. You have these two things. So you have Visual Studio Code, and then you have the Arduino IDE also installed. So I already have these two installed. So I think we can go. So yeah, so whether you're using Mac, Windows, you can still use it, right? Now so let's go ahead and open Visual Studio Code, new window. Actually, I can close this for now since we don't use it. All right, so this is my Visual Studio Code. So in Visual Studio Code, go to your extensions here on the left side, and then in extensions, let's make sure that you are installing the Arduino extension, this one, right? The Arduino extension from Microsoft. You need to make sure you are installing this extension as well. Now, there is also for a lot of the other tools, I think you can also install the Azure. I think it's consolidated. So if you do the Azure IoT tools, so you see, so if you do the Azure IoT tools, now they've made it into a bunch of other things that when you install the Azure extension, that installs all the other stuff for you. Let me just search this. So we have this. Let's see, there are a few stuff here. Okay, it says I need to restart this. Yeah, restart the extensions. Some extensions are being installed, so I'm restarting it so that they all take effect. So yeah, so you need to make sure you are installing the Arduino extension, and then also you need to install there's some Azure IoT bunch, set of extensions that you'd have to install. Then once that is done, we need to set up a few preferences. We need to connect, update your local SDK, blah, 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 blah. Yes, we'll go ahead and update it. Yeah, once you're doing it, just to make sure that you're setting up, you're installing and updating all that is needed. So let's go ahead and do this. So once we're waiting for that to finish and for that to restart, then what we need to do is that we need to now edit the settings and tell it that, hey, this is where you can find the Arduino libraries, and this is where there are additional URLs for us to download the Azure IoT Dev Kit and all the tools that you need. So you need to set this up, right? So I'm going to show you how to do that. And then once you do that, you can literally just look for it and set it up and install it. And you're going to see how that works in a bit. So whilst we all I'm doing is I'm just waiting for this installation. There's an installation going on down here. I'm just waiting for that installation to finish. Yeah, there you go. It's just installing some runtime for me here. So just waiting for that runtime to be done. And then I would update it there. So let's go. I need to change this. I need to change this look here. It doesn't look appealing. There we go. Okay, let's see if this is done. Okay. App standard. Okay, so it's still running though, but let's just get going. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to change the preference, right? We're going to change the preference of just to make sure that we are. So what you want to do is you can either go to file and then where is that? Where is the preferences? Yeah, preferences down here, and then you go to settings, right? Now this is going to bring up your user settings here, and then you can go ahead and type let's do this Arduino, right? Just go ahead and type Arduino, and then you should see is it done? Then you should see the Arduino configurations, right? So if you let me actually close this so that we can have a lot more space there. So now when you type Arduino, right, you can see, let's do this Arduino, and so there are two things we're going to show up here. So we have the Arduino configurations, right? So if I go ahead and select this, where is that? Let's do this again. I think the update Arduino. Okay, there we go. And then we do, okay, so there's Arduino command path, right? And then there should be, yeah, there you go. So this is it. This is the one I was looking for here. So you see this here. So you have the Arduino path, right? And then you can have, and then you have this, right? So these two things, the Arduino path is where you're going to tell it, hey, this is where you can find my Arduino, you know, information in the libraries and stuff where I installed my Arduino. And then the additional part is you need to tell it that this is where you can find extra libraries specifically pertaining to the MX Dev Kit, right? So let's go ahead and set this up. So here, for most times in Windows, your Arduino can be found in your C program files, Arduino, right? So if you are in doubt, let's just go to files. Let's open this. I'll try to go to Windows C, and let's do program files 86. Do we have Arduino here? Okay, so mine, and that's it varies from machine to machine, right? So I think let's go to program files, and yep, so there you go. There is Arduino, and yeah, you can find all that information there. So I can find all the Arduino stuff there. So I need to just tell it, hey, this is where you can find information about, Arduino. Let me be sure I got this right. Okay, so I'm going to copy this path. going to copy this part because I'm going to update. I'm going to update. How do you call it? Program files. Okay, there you go. So I'm going to go back here, and then on the path, right? So it says path to Arduino. You can use a custom version of Arduino by modifying the settings, include the full path, which is this, or so you can see that it's giving you where you can find timed out after. Yeah, go ahead and do whatever. So okay, update this. Sorry guys, it's still running some updates in the background. So I'm going to go to the Arduino path here and then paste it in, right? Now the additional URLs, this is it. I'm going to click add an additional URL, and I would share this value with you. The additional URL value is HTTP. It's a just a JSON URL. So I'm going to paste it here. Yep. So that is the additional URL, just to give you context. So that can be found here. So raw.github user content.com vs just Azure IoT Dev Kit tools. That's just where the packages are, right? So that's just extra, and then click on OK, and that's added. And now this this has actually, how do you call it? This has actually set up Visual Studio Code for use for the MS Dev Kit for developing stuff on it. So I'm going to go ahead. Oh, come on, this is still installing. I hate this. Visual Logic App Standard valid runtime. Okay, so there's still something running in the background here, but I'm just, whilst we wait for that to start to finish, the other thing is once you're done setting this up, we're going to restart your Visual Studio Code. Now, once you restart your Visual Studio Code, all the settings takes place, right? And once the settings takes place, I can now go ahead and start to install the libraries and things just like you do in Arduino IDE. Now, this doesn't mean that you can't use the Arduino IDE to do it. You can still use the Arduino IDE to program, right? You can still use that if you want to. You can even use Eclipse. I think there's a whole thing on Eclipse if you want to use that. So let's see. I think it's done now. So I'm just going to go ahead and close this. So close VS Code, and then let's reopen. Let's open VS Code. All right. So now with VS Code opened, and then I can just do this now. So you can do Control-Shift-P on VS Code if you don't know this trick. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, definitely. You can call me after the. Yes, you can call me after the show. That's fine. So if you do Control-Alt-P, right, on Visual Studio Code, it brings up the command panel, right, and then you can go in and type and look for all the things you've installed and stuff like that. You can do it from here as well. So what I'm going to do is Control-Shift-P, and then here I can start to type Arduino, right, and you can see by so doing it brings up. Take a look at this. See, it brings up the Arduino board manager right here, right? So I'm going to do the same thing again, Control-Shift-P, Arduino, and then I can click the Arduino board manager. And this, oh, okay, it says that use bounded Arduino CLI. Yes, so it looks as if it's still not picking my. Okay, let's have it restart again. Run. Looks like that has changed. Run. Okay, if that, come on. I'm just waiting for it to. Okay, so once that's done, Control-Shift-P. Let's do Arduino again. The last use port manager, and please work this time around. What is happening, gods of demo day? Says a command Arduino to show, but what? Okay, let's go ahead. Come on. I think we need to change. let's do this again. I think, you know what, let's open our Arduino. I'm going to open the Arduino IDE and just make sure that I have it at the, correct the path, and make sure that you are okay. So this looks fine. I have the same issue. So Arduino part, I use the Arduino CLI option. Yes, that's true. Yeah, so that's the next thing that I was going to say, that if the Arduino part is not working, right, you can use a CLI. Thanks, Arnold, for pointing that out. So yeah, let's just go ahead and download it. I just want to update it. I'll just go ahead and do the update. Yeah, so yeah, so just like yeah, you're right. So if your path has, and I think it's because the ID 2.0, yeah, close and install. Great. So the 2.0, is different. Okay, yeah, so anyone who uses this machine, not just for me. So 2.0 ID left, moved off from the regular. So I'm sure that that's why it's misbehaving. So let's go ahead and let's see. So like I said, yeah, don't install from the Windows App Store. Please go to Arduino website, download that one and install it. Right, and at the end of the day, you should be able to use that path to sort it out. Okay, I'm still sticking to ID. I know. And that's the thing. I've always had. When Arduino started to move to this too, I found it a bit. I don't know. I was a bit skeptical because the old version was much more like was in it, but 2.0 is designed off of I think Electron, which is the base for VS Code as well. We're trying to make it all. They're trying to join the game. So hey, that's the thing. Okay, so finish. It says my update is done. Let me close this and reopen. Let's see. I like the new one. Okay, so the banter is between the banter is, life is simple, right? So between Ellie Klim and Arnold, both of you are okay. Yeah, so it's pretty much the same. Hold on, I'm going to try this again one more time. And then where is our Visual Studio? Thank you for this. We are not using it any longer, so we can get rid of it so that we can keep our, how do you call it? We can keep our process running very smoothly. Okay, so let's go back to our VS Code. Pum 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 pum. And then let's try this again. I haven't changed, now mind you, I haven't changed the path yet, so I'll be surprised if it errors out even after the update. I'll probably have to go back. Yes, go back and change that. So let's go to file and let's go to preferences. And then don't worry, I won't do this update now. Oh, where's that file? Preferences, settings, and let's go ahead and look for Arduino. And where's that? See, you see what happened? Even though I put it there, see what happened? Where is that? Where is that? I know, right? This is there. This is there. Okay. There we go. Let's go back here. Let's try the configuration. Let's be sure that it's there. Okay, so it's there. make the settings, close the app. Let's run it again. Let's go there and make sure that it is not hiding. So let's go make sure it's there. So file, preference, settings, we do Arduino, okay, so now it's there. And then it says that use Arduino CLI installed instead of legacy Arduino if the path and Arduino command path are not set. Like this extension will use a version of, so even though you've set this option, it's just saying that if this part is not set, right? If this Arduino part is not set, then we could actually use, use the CLI. So this is set now. I'm going to do this again. Arduino board manager. Hey, what did I pressed the wrong thing. So let's do Arduino board manager. Oh no. Okay, you know what? Let me clear this. And then, okay, so the part is set. Actually, let's go to that folder again. I want to check something real quick. So see, let's go to program files. This is our Arduino. And the ID is here. And let's see this. Elevate. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Let's try this. But it's there, so let's copy this again and go back here and paste this. Gods of Demo Day, have mercy on me. Hold on, are we in the right folder? Okay, yeah, that's it. So I'll just put this here again. Okay, that is it. Save this and let's close this again. Refresh, and one more time, let's open. Fingers crossed. Let's open this. Okay, close this and let's go ahead, Control Shift P. Arduino board manager, keep your fingers crossed. Come on. Ah. Okay, hold on. I've got to do some magic. So let's see. Show port. Yep. Okay, let's go and move. I hate this when it's trying to do this update. Let's go ahead and change this. I'm not updating this, sorry about that. I'm going to go back here to preference settings and then do Arduino and let's see the part is there. It locked it in. Okay, you know what, I'm going to get rid of the path and I'm going to tick this. Let me paste the path there again, right? So I'm on ticking to use a CLI, so it sticks to 1. I'm still going to let me copy this here and then let's close this, right? I'm removing that so that it doesn't conflict, and then we can try that again before. So let's run this again. Else we can remove the extension and add it again if there's an update. So Arduino, just to be sure. So configuration has the path, remove this. Okay, cool. Now let's try this again. Control Shift P, Arduino board manager. This was the last one that was used. Unchecked. Now it's installing node modules. Oh, Visual Studio Code. I didn't even go system currently. It's running. It's running all sorts of. Actually, let me see this. I don't think I have installed it. Okay. Let me check. Let's see. But that's the thing, you know, I don't think I have that, you know, CLI installed. But even that, okay, you know what? Let's try the okay, I'm going to try to install the Arduino CLI. I don't think I installed it. So let's do that. Let me try that. So I can use a CLI. Here, CLI, let's go to download. So I use it instead of using the IDE, since that is not okay. So let's go to the folder and let me close VS Code for now. I think I have a lot of updates I'll do. Just going ahead to install the CLI. So let's run this. Close this for now. Next. So I know where this is. C program files, Arduino CLI. I'll copy this because I know that is where it's going to install it. And yes, blah. Okay, it says it's done. Sweet. Now let's go back to Visual Studio Code, and I'm going to go back to the same. So file, preferences, settings, but I will still need, you still need to provide that additional URL. Okay, so you do Arduino configuration, and then I'll get rid of this for now, and I'll just say use the Arduino CLI, right? So what this is going to do is that because this is not set and I have the Arduino CLI now installed, it will go ahead and, you know, and use that. Also, all these extra things that VS Code wants me to install here, I'm not going to install it. And don't forget, yes, anytime you do the reset, you have to restart your IDE, right? 110, yes, almost about an hour. Wow, we've gone 10 minutes into it. Okay, let's be sure the settings is there, and then let's try this again. Preference settings, and we look for Arduino. Okay, new CLI is there, so I'm going to close this for now. And don't forget, I copied that URL as well, so if it doesn't work, I'll just put that one there. Okay, yes, so I'll just go ahead and put that one there. So file, profile, sorry, preferences, settings, Arduino. Okay, so I know that the CLI is here, right? So let's do this, save. Let's close this and open it again. Unfortunately, guys, that's all we have to do. Once you update it, you need to close and open it again, right? So I'm going to go back there just to make sure it persisted. I cannot have this OCD for it. Arduino configuration, yeah, it's there. Okay, now fingers crossed. If it doesn't, we are ending the show. Oh god. Okay. Now look at this. So it says that support for legacy Arduino IDE will be removed soon. Use the Arduino CLI bundled with this extension. So I'm going to say use that. So I don't know if you're seeing this. let me actually get rid of my picture in picture and show you this. So this is, sorry guys. So this is it. This is the message I'm getting, which is a bit unusual, but it's saying that they're going to remove the IDE support. So use the bundle CLI, right? And obviously, yes, I'm going to click OK here and then say use the bundle. And see, when I said use the bundle, it restarted it. Fingers crossed. We're going to do this again. Board manager. If it doesn't work, I'm ending the stream. If it doesn't work, I'm ending the stream. But but make sure you are installing. But make sure that you've installed, the CLI, and it didn't work again. Okay. Let's go ahead, and I'm sure that there's something that I'm missing. You know what? I'm going to remove the preference settings. I hope I didn't keep anything there. Arduino. Yes, so that removed it. Says E. Yes, so these are the things we go through when we are making things work. So it's not all smooth and rosy. But okay, so now it's showing. Okay, let me try something here real quick, right? I'm going to close this, refresh, go back to Visual Studio, and then I'm going to, hey guys joining us on Instagram. Our show is running live on Facebook, YouTube, all the crazy stuff. We're just trying to set up an environment to do some IoT madness, so feel free to join and ask any questions, right? Okay, cool. So I'm going to go ahead to the extension. Okay, and then this is the Arduino extension. Let's see what's happening. I'm going to uninstall the extension. Okay, just for some, I'm going to uninstall it, close Visual Studio Code. I doubt if I need to restart, but then I'm going to uninstall it and then run Visual Studio Code again. Then I'll go ahead to the extensions and then try to install Arduino again. And you can see Arduino from Microsoft. I'm going to install that. So installing. And when that is done, okay, well, it's done. Now let's go to File, Preferences, Settings, and I believe a configuration. Yep. All right. So, and then I'm going to copy this. I'll show you how we'll achieve the same thing. So reinstall the Arduino. I just told it to use the Arduino CLI, right, instead of the path. So we're going to use the CLI. We know the CLI is installed. Let me see this. Okay, we know the Arduino CLI is installed. Great. So now let's try this again. And if this doesn't work, I'll just go to the Arduino IDE and do it. So Control Shift P, board manager for once. Okay. It says it's not going to work. Let's go to Arduino itself. Updates are available for some of the libraries. Don't worry. We will do that. And then okay, so let's go ahead, and this is big. So let me go to tools. Let me go here to include library. Let's go to the manage libraries and see here if we can have. So, oh, this is too big. Sorry, guys. It's covering the better part of. Now, before you can see the list of this, right? We need to include that source in Arduino, and that's the same thing I was trying to do. That my Visual Studio Code was not cooperating, right? So let's go here. Let's see. Do we have this here? Okay, no, don't worry. We can do this. All right. All right. Let's go ahead. Preferences. We have this here. Let's go to the, looks like it's there. Okay, so this is it. If you look at additional board managers, right? If you go to file and preferences on Arduino, you will find additional board managers URL, and this will be the URL that will point to the board, the kit for the MX chip. So you can click here and then just go down and, you know, just add it, right? It's one for each row. And then so there's a second one for the MX chip. So as you can see here, I've just added it and I'll click on OK and then OK here. Now this would have been the same thing that we're trying to achieve in Visual Studio Code that was not working. So here now, if you come back here, actually let me just close this. We don't need a sketch, right? I'm just trying to, let's just leave it. Okay, so then I can go to let me go to my tools and I can go to, you know, and then I can go ahead and find it, right? So in this case, I can go ahead and say I'm looking for, let's type AZ. Let's go. Or we can do, okay. Let's go. You can see, so there's Azure IoT, there's Azure SDK, there's the Azure, hey, where is that? Okay, let me do this. Let me try the MX. Let's see if it's going to show us. Let's do the MX chip. Let's type it in full to see if it's going to bring it. It's not. Okay, so let's do AZ3166. Oh, interesting. Let's go ahead. Let's take something. Board manager. And then let me do the AZ. There you go. Awesome. So I was looking in the library manager instead of the board manager. So from here, as you can see, MXChip Microsoft IoT Azure IoT development board. Then I can go ahead and check the latest, which is 2.0. That's a firmware. Then I'm going to do install. And then this is going to go ahead and do the installation of all the libraries and all that I need to run with it. So now what we've done is we're doing it to the Arduino ID. What I wanted to do was to do the same thing in the in Visual Studio code. All right, it says what? Can I install local archive, integrate testing, fetch. Interesting. Internal error. The bunch of errors. This would have been impossible with no. Actually, IDE, the old IDE would have really easily picked it. Yes, I don't know why it's misbehaving on this one, but the old IDE would have picked it quite easily, right? That is a big. Oh, as in 1.8, are you saying that 1.8 would have been impossible? But Eliclim is saying that it would have been impossible for you to do it in 1.8, and you're saying that is a big lie. Anyways, I mean the library part. Oh no. You could still have done the same thing though. Yes, it's the same way. You can add You see, so far as you add extra, how do you call it? So far as you add extra board managers, you add the URL to it. It will pick it, right? But this is a whole completely different thing, right? This is a whole complete error here. Actually, that's what I'm saying. So the banter between Eliclim and so Eliclim Arnold says is very, very possible. Yeah, it's possible with 1.8. It's just that 2.0 added its own complexities and stuff to it, but yes, it is very possible. All right. Let's get to this. The for VS Code, let's see. Okay, which is 3 years possible. 3 years possible. Yes, Arnold. Yes. What are you saying? Okay, so So I think this is. Let's try that again and see. I don't know why it's in the packages. I mean, repository there could be some stuff also with the repository, but then that will be the process for why VS Code is not. That's very strange because now it's installed and the CLI is there. Anyway, it's not something that I mean we're already almost 1.5 into it, so we would just oh sorry, when I was in Postman, cancel this. Sorry about that. Okay, can I install lazy not BGC 42 this thing archive side fetch. Actually, I need to oh shoot, I need to make I'm going to make a note of this error somewhere so that I can look into it again. All right. Okay, so yes. So let's see. So I know to answer that, right? Everything you do when you go to file, preference, settings, okay, that literally writes to the settings.js, right? Yeah, the problem is a repo. There's a yes. Really? Did I miss that? Can you share that with me? I how did okay. So if I missed that, but then it should still see the so yeah. Yeah, I know, like I was saying, if you do so this whole thing, this whole place is the setting. So all that we've done here should literally, pick it, say, hey, this is your path for it. Unless, of course, Arduino path is not. No, that's still this still will work. Arnold, what is the what link are you using? Let me see if that differs from. That should be the same. It should be the same file. Let's see. Actually, let's see if we can see the. Let me see if I can get. Oh, hold on. Let's see. Let me try something here. So settings sync is on. Let me go to the settings, which is the same thing here. Arduino. Okay. Ah, interesting. Okay. There we go. Actually, no. Well, let's check for the Arduino ID. Let's check even this path graph. Let's see if it is. I'm opening this in a new browser to check. Hey, Jean Paul, welcome to the stream. We've been let's see. Arduino. Yep, the URL is here. Let's see, terminal path. But I see because we didn't, so for all this, we didn't set the path for it. So Arduino, the additional URL is here. Arduino use Arduino CLI is true. So all these settings, let's see. Okay. I'm trying to see if there is a, okay, so this is the toolkit package. The package file is here. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to look for them. So this is the link to the board file. I'm just trying to see if there is a new one. Okay, so the two chain, let's see this. Okay, let's see this quickly. Let me see this. Nope. I'm going to try something here. All right. So this is, yeah, so the package is here. The URL for the package is right here. Finally. Yeah, Jean-Paul, finally. Yeah, we're live on Facebook, on YouTube, and then also on LinkedIn. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Let's get just a sec authenticator right here to approve this, because we need to. Oh, sorry, it's looking for the face. 83. Give me a sec. I'm trying to connect to. There we go. Solid. Okay, so this is the raw package. I think let's see if the new one works. Arnold has a different opinion on this, so I'm going to go with what Arnold is suggesting. So this is just the same file. Arnold, you notice something? Let's, you know what, let's go back here and let's go to our, let's go to the CLI. I do know CLI here, right? And, or even if, okay, I'm going to play some curious, even if we go this way, and and then we do, okay, so the path, right? We do this, and then let's take a look at this. Okay, cool. So now that we know path there is set, let's see. Oh, okay. Ah, okay, sure. Let's see this. Okay, so I'm going to change. Let's do this. Let's do this in the Arduino IDE, since Visual Studio is not recognizing the board manager. So let's go here to file, and we go to preferences, and then we'll come here, and then I will change. Okay, so it's the first one. So I'm going to change and don't worry guys, I'll give you this. So this is the new one. Okay, so this is the new link. Okay, we'll close this, and let's close it since we just added it, and reopen the IDE. And then once this is done, we'll try to I'll try to install it again. I think the path is, so Then let's go to tools, board manager, and no, we'll do this later. So tools, board manager. All right, and then we'll look for AZ. Yeah, there you go. We'll try to install it again just to see if this time the new path works very well. And if this works, then okay, looks like it's installing, and yep, success. That seems to have worked very well. The new link seems to have worked very well. Kind courtesy Arnold. For some reason, I was using an old link. Thank you very much. So now, technically, our Arduino IDE is set up and ready to program with the MX Dev Kit. However, we're still having set up our VS Code. So make a day with me. Says hallelujah. Yeah, so make a day with me next week, Tuesday. Hopefully, we would have figured out why Arduino IDE as of today is not working, something that worked, not too long ago. So this has been 1 hour 33 minutes of IoT craziness trying to set this up in all in a quest to get this board so that we can start programming and writing our fun stuff to this board, and then we can send it to Azure, we can send it to the cloud, we can save the data to a database, we can do some alert, we can do all the crazy stuff. So if this sounds like something you want to join us to do every Tuesday, make a date with me. Tuesday is 8 p.m. GMT. Sorry again for the start. I'll catch you guys next week Tuesday, but don't forget Friday I'll be live for Demystified Tech. Same time, 8 p.m. same channel. Stay safe. Let's make the world a better place through technology. And like I say, I'll catch you on the flip side. Safe.